Good morning and welcome to 7 at 7 from the Economic Times podcast, a daily financial news capsule to get you clued in for the day. It's Thursday, the 17th of October, and I am your host, Bhaskar Datta. On the global front, a benchmark US stock index closed at all-time highs on Wednesday, as firm corporate earnings buoyed investor sentiment in the midst of an uncertain geopolitical environment. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose on Wednesday and closed at a record high, and Wall Street's two other benchmark indexes also ended higher, thanks to small-cap gains and financial shares boosted by strong earnings, Reuters reported. It was the third time in 4 sessions that the Dow recorded a best-ever finish, ending above 43,000 points again and recouping losses from the previous session. The Dow advanced 337.28 points or 0.79% to 43,077.70, while the S&P 500 rose 27.21 points or 0.47% to close at 5,842.47 points, just shy of a record high. Meanwhile, US banking major Goldman Sachs said on Wednesday that it expects the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates by 25 basis points from November 2024 to June 2025, bringing the policy interest rate down to 3.25 to 3.50% from 4.75 to 5% at present, reports said. Speculation over the timing and quantum of Fed rate cuts has been a key factor driving global financial markets over the past year. We turn to China, whose efforts to boost its struggling economy have recently triggered sharp swings in global financial markets and commodity prices. Chinese President Xi Jinping on Thursday urged authorities to make efforts to achieve the country's annual economic and social development goals, amid expectations that more steps are needed to bolster a flagging economic recovery, global reports said. Speaking at a symposium in the northwest city of Lanzhou, Xi emphasized the need for all regions to do a good job in economic work towards the end of third quarter and the third quarter, state broadcaster CCTV reported, according to a Reuters report. In domestic news, the India-Canada spat has taken a fresh turn. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Wednesday admitted that his government had no hard proof when it initially accused India of being involved in the killing of Khalistani extremist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. The revelation comes at a time of flaring tensions between India and Canada, raising serious questions about the diplomatic storm that followed these unsubstantiated allegations. Trudeau, justifying before the Foreign Interference Inquiry, acknowledged that when his government implicated India in Nijjar's assassination last year, they were acting on weak intelligence rather than definitive proof. On a related note, diplomatic ties between Canada and India may have recently become strained, but Canadian funds, which hold domestic equities valued at about Rs 1.98 lakh crore as of September 30th, are not rushing to the exit door. While the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board, the largest Canadian investor in India, has been trimming its stakes in Indian stocks over the past year, other funds such as CDPQ and British Columbia Investment Management have kept their holdings in the country unchanged. On the macroeconomic front, India's net oil and gas import bill rose a fifth to $69 billion in the first half of the current fiscal year, as domestic production failed to catch up with the consumption growth. India imports crude oil, liquefied natural gas, and refined products such as LPG, pet coke, and fuel oil. It also exports refined products such as diesel, petrol, and jet fuel. Crude oil imports were worth $70.13 billion during April-September, up 11% from $63.7 billion. Crude oil imports rose 4% in volume terms. India's imports of refined products increased 13% to $12.1 billion, while exports fell 7% to $22 billion. One of India's oldest and largest employers is embracing the technology that seems to be defining the times that we live in. The Indian Railways is going big on the use of artificial intelligence, better its systems and processes. After installing AI-enabled cameras for checking linen and food, it has deployed an AI model to help in increasing the occupancy of trains. One AI model the railways used for checking the occupancy of trains led to over 30% increase in the rate of confirmed tickets. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw told ET. He also said AI cameras are now installed in kitchens and storerooms to ensure order and cleanliness. We end today with a crucial piece on adherence by large firms to worker safety norms. The Tamil Nadu government has served a show cause notice to Tata Electronics under the Directorate of Industrial Health and Safety, demanding an explanation for the massive fire that engulfed one of its units last month. ET has learnt. Under the Factories Act, an occupier is someone who has the ultimate authority over a factory's affairs and is responsible for ensuring the health, safety, and welfare of its workers. In the case of a company, the Act deems that any one of the directors can be deemed the occupier. That's all for today. Thank you very much for tuning into 7 at 7 from the Economic Times podcast.